We're joined today by women's lacrosse head coach Kylie Hrehor after her second season here in Aurora coaching the women's lacrosse team. Coach Hrehor, discuss with us some of your general thoughts on the season that was. You picked up 3 victories within the conference. Talk a little bit about that.
It was 3 victories in the conference. We narrowly missed the playoffs again by 1 game. The competition in our conference is getting a lot better. Penn State Abington is getting a lot better. College of St. Elizabeth getting a lot better. The competition is, it's rising, and we need to be able to rise with it. So getting those 3 victories was a really good accomplishment for the girls. We had a really tough schedule. We started off with Wilkes. We played Alfred, really good teams, Empire 8, and, it started off a little rough, but they got into the swing of things.
You had several games where you were down for the count, but you were still able to show resiliency and come back.
Yeah, both with Penn State Abington and Cazenovia, 2 conference games that we ended up dropping, but we fought back. Last 3 minutes we scored 4 goals against Penn State Abington to send it into overtime, and with Cazenovia we were down 12-1 with 18 left in the game, and we're able to bring it back within four goals, I think. And it's trying to get the girls to play like they do at the end of the game, right at the start of the game, so we don't get into those situations. But they showed, amazing resiliency when it came to, even though it seemed insurmountable, they came back and fought until the end of the game.
You have a freshman, Cheyenne Stokes, who was an all-conference player, 3rd-teamer from your squad for women's lacrosse. Also plays field hockey for you, so she's someone you're very familiar with.
Yeah, she is a great all-around athlete. She does whatever you ask her to do. She will play any position. The best thing about her, she's hard on herself. Nothing's ever good enough for her. She's always going to try to make that next step, make her teammates better, make herself better. And, she really stepped up as a freshman, and that's hard to do, especially at the collegiate level. 3rd team in the conference for the first time since 2009, and, that was a huge accomplishment for her.
And certainly she's a solid all-around player. Obviously, her offensive numbers speak for themselves, but on the defensive side, caused turnover. She had 7 in a game against Lancaster Bible earlier this year.
Yeah, and that just shows the tenacity that she has, that, we don't have the ball, she wants to get it back. And, she played the majority of the time. She started on defense, and then we moved her to attack. When, we had a shot, the goalie either saved it or we had a turnover. She was right where she needed to be. She was pressuring the ball right on her girl, just doing what needed to be done to help the team.
And then looking ahead to the next season of women's lacrosse here at Wells, talk to us about some of your upcoming games, the games that you have scheduled. Historically, your team has been very tough in scheduling very strong non-conference.
Yep, and we've picked up a couple different games. We are traveling to Vermont to play Green Mountain. We're playing against Houghton. Wilkes will be coming. We are going to have a scrimmage day against Monroe Community College. And, we're sticking with the same kind of schedule. We want a tough schedule. We don't want to have what other coaches, those easy rollover games, because you don't usually learn a whole lot from them. We want the girls to be challenged, but not to the point where they feel defeated. And I don't think anyone on our schedule will give us that feeling. It'll be a good challenge, but not overwhelming.
And then certainly next year, you're looking to improve some things. What are some goals you have for your team going into 2015?
One of the big goals we have is to decrease the number of turnovers we have. And a lot of that has to do with the positioning on the field and really working in pairs and in triangles, and make sure you're moving off the ball. One of our problems we had was we expected a couple of our fast girls to just run it up, and as you know, you can move the ball faster than you can move your body. So that's going to be the big goal for next year, is to continue. We started doing it, especially at the end of the season. You saw that in Penn State Abington when in last 3 minutes, 4 goals. It's winning the draw and then getting the ball up the field into a scoring position.
Talk to us about some of the new players that you'll be featuring on your roster in 2015.
We're bringing in a strong class. They're very athletic. Some of them are dual athletes, which is really nice. Athletes tend to do better academically when they're in season, and I'm really looking forward to the strong group that'll help keep building this program.